Hi, I'm going to show you today a little bit about using your Endnote library and Cite as you write in your document from the Endnote library that's been set up. So let me share my screen and I'll share it here. I'll bring up my Endnote library. So as you can see, I've got an Endnote library here and this is our sample data. And you can see there's 21 items within it. Now each one of them, if you can see, and I'll just move this up here, over to here, as you can see, is highlighted and I've inputted all of the data. As you can see, this is a newspaper article and it's inputted in that mannerism as where it's taken from, the newspaper or the Guardian, and then I've gone down and taken what section it was taken from. I've given it some keywords, some abstract. I've actually put what this pertains to, so it's notes to me. So I'm actually filling out as I go through. I make sure that it's attached, which it is. I could attach more if I want, but I also have the actual article attached here. And I can preview what the actual reference should look like. Now, when I'm actually trying to cite this particular article, I'm going to make sure that I've gone over to edit, that I've actually gone down and I've set it into plain font under edit. You just have the drop down font. The size that I always bring over is a plain size, and the style, as you can see here, the output style I've got set to APA 6. Now if you were writing annotated or if you were writing in editing the field, you can actually write in Chicago or whatever you're writing in, but today I'm actually doing my document in APA 6. Now I've got my Endnote library open, and as I've said, I've made sure that I'm looking at what I need to input. I'm trying to bring up a section of an article that I'm doing. So let's go over to what I'm writing. And as you can see here, I'm starting to think about something to do with the athletes, and I'm doing an abstract, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm citing as I go and I'm bringing in references as need be. Now, as you can see, I start talking about the Rio Olympics, and then I go on a little bit further to what's happening in certain aspects. I go a little bit further down and I'm thinking, you know, this is really quite important in reference to what I was thinking about with the articles over in my Endnote. I was thinking that perhaps sport participation is a really important aspect here, and I actually had been looking at that in my writing, that should come over and that I should cite that. So I simply go over to, and I'm bringing it up, the talent. I made sure that I've brought it all the way up to here, and that I need to insert that particular reference there. I simply go over to my Endnote library. I put my cursor on my document right at the point at which I'm going to bring it across to. I have my Endnote library open. I simply go up to the little double quote marks and I simply press insert. Okay, now as you can see, as I've been writing, it's inserted the actual reference that I need to bring it over, and I paraphrase that, which I did, and I have been looking at making sure that I'm editing as I go along and making sure that it's coming through. Now, how does it look? I've put it, now I know that I've gone to my Endnote library. I can see that it's come up there and I've written it in here. How do I know that it's appeared on my reference list? Well, you simply go down to the base of your reference list and you will find that my side of my rights are actually coming across in, as you can see here, it's commencing my my Endnote bibliography that will tack on to the bottom of my reference list. And as you can see, I want it in Times Roman and I wanted it in font 12. So as you can see, that was the first one that came over. I can move it into alphabetic order and move it up and place it above that. And as you can see, I can then start compiling in alphabetic order it going down on my reference list. So not only do I know that it's come over, I can actually see it now, making sure that it's appearing on my reference list. So the essence of it is making sure that you have your Endnote library open, that you've actually gone into edit, and that you've actually dropped down and made sure that you can either set it in Times Roman to come across, and or you can leave it in plain if you like, and then change it once it's over. So making sure that your list is the comprehensive one, that you've got your EndNote library as you're going through, and that everything has been inputted the way in which it needs to come out. For example, that second one that I just inputted, if I preview the reference, you can see that that's exactly how it's going to appear over on my reference list, because I've put in the exact details of each of it meticulously. And this is the important thing, you must input it correctly, so that it can then, once you open up your article and you've got your EndNote library open, you can cite as you write and it will compile your reference list at the bottom. Thank you.